Yeah, okay. New player circle. So,
Hey man, say man, you already know what I'm gonna say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Damone Jr. kicking in the Player Circle podcast. We don't try to figure square into a circle. And hey, the boy Fifth didn't declare war on Big Meech, Lil Meech. You feel me? It's still up with Ross. Y'all know how that go. But yeah, man, he ain't liking the dealings of Big Meech and Rick Ross. You feel me? He ain't feeling that. He feel like, man, loyalty should have been shown, and he feel like it ain't been shown. So Fifth is being Fifth. You already know what we gonna do, man. We gonna get to these videos, the vibes. We kicking it. We streaming every single night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man, on YouTube. We live. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Come kicking in the Player Circle, man. But let's get to the videos, man. You feel me? Come kick it with us. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. I'm smoking that Gotti pack. Fifth. Come on, Fifth. Come on, Fifth. Fifth, smoking that Gotti pack is wild, bruh. Fifth, smoking that Gotti pack. This is insane, bruh. Fifth, this insane. This wild. You petty. What else you got fucking?
Officially on snitch accusations, corrupt federal officers, murder charges. You would think it was a movie, but it's not.
When Big Meech appeared in a video with 50 Cent's longtime rival Rick Ross, the internet knew 50 wouldn't hesitate to respond. The same way he did when Southwest T, co-founder of BMF, did the same exact thing not too long ago. And because of this, 50 is looking to do more than respond. It seems like he's looking to end the name and credibility of Big Meech and possibly all of BMF. 50 Cent decided to respond with an Instagram post hinting at the idea of a documentary focusing on a woman named Tammy Cohen's.
He said, "This is gonna blow your mind. Docu coming soon. The facts are stranger than fiction. Boom, fiction. Boom. Who is Tammy Cohen's? Look, man, Fifth ain't the one you wanna beef with. Like, Fifth is like beefing with Fifth is really like getting in an internet dispute with me. I'm not gonna lie, it's not really conducive to what you want to do. Don't want to go there with Fifth in any way.
You may not know who Tammy Cohen's is, but she's definitely an important figure in all of this. She's CEO of BMF Entertainment, Big Meech's company. She had power of attorney for Big Meech when he was in jail, and she's one of the executive producers of the BMF series on Starz. So here's where it gets crazy, because Tammy has been accused of working with Big Meech to set up other members of BMF to get his sentence reduced. So it seems to me that 50 Cent is setting up to do an expose documentary on how Big Meech set up other members of BMF to get out of jail early. But how is...
So why the fuck? Cause man, you know what? No matter what none of us know, we can't prove none of this shit. It's been on the internet for a minute. A lot of bloggers stay away from it. That, you know, Big Meech may have been a rat. The good guy name is Cuffy from St. Louis. You feel me? And he came out and said it. His daughter came out and said it. That, you know, he told on her dad. And he came out and said something. Blue Da Vinci said he said something like he told on Cuffy. Cuffy is the name that I kept hearing. You feel me? And Tammy Cohen's, it was third party telling like he told through somebody. But like he kept having dealings with her even after he knew she was dealing with them people. So yeah, it was like a third party deal type situation thing.
Is that possible? Because technically, Big Meech served his entire sentence. Well, let me explain. There's a man named Dion Cuffy Gatlin.
Hey, look, I ain't seen this. I told y'all, man. Look, I be watching this. I be on this on the tube and whatnot. You feel me?
And he's the former head of the St. Louis chapter of BMF and a crucial member of the team. He's currently serving a 27-year sentence for 2 murders and drug trafficking. He claims that Big Meech is the reason he's behind bars. Cuffy and Meech's relationship go back to the 90s. At one point, Cuffy paid $250,000 for rights to the BMF entertainment arm. That's movies, that's television, and all of that. That's when Cuffy and 50 Cent's relationship started. So the question is, where did everything go wrong? Well, Cuffy claims Meech introduced him to Tammy Cohen's, who eventually convinced him to buy 100 kilos of cocaine from a source that Meech recommended. Yeah, Meech was still moving coke while he was locked up. He alleges that Tammy was an informant and Meech was aware of this, and the deal went south and he was eventually arrested. He alleges that this deal would have got Meech out of jail several years ago, but the evidence from this arrest became inadmissible in court because Tammy was having an affair with the DEA agent Keith Cromer, handling.
What? Tammy was giving out that Tammy Petty. He was giving out that Tammy Petty.
In the investigation, so the evidence was thrown out. And if that's true, it means that Big Meech set up his brother and didn't even get out of jail for it. Side note, Rick Ross is definitely a chess player. Even after 50 Cent made millions for Lil Meech and his family and he set them up for a career in TV and film, Rick Ross was still able to slide in and make his presence known. We don't understand the ins and outs of exactly why it played out like this, but I can assure you money is at the heart of it.
What do y'all think, man? Should that have been enough? I made you millions. I put your son on, man. Got him into acting. Put him in acting school. Should that have been enough to buy his loyalty and make him stay true? And like, man, nah, I'm gonna get some money because I'm quite sure whatever you just did with Meech, you probably could have did with Fifth. You know, had you mentioned it, floated or whatever. But then also on the other hand. Should I turn down money? Like, come on now, I ain't got nothing. I've been in jail for 30 years. I ain't got nothing to do with that, nothing. It's some money on the bay, but you know, Southwest T took a picture with Preem's son. You know, so they kind of just been really low key disrespecting on the cool. You feel me? Me personally. Man, son, he took son out the gang, got my family story out there, bro. Low key, you gotta stay true to that, bro. I know it's like your funk ain't my funk, but at the same time, I'm not going to just run out, go through all of this shit with a nigga I know for sure that you feel me, big op. You feel me? That was crazy. That was crazy. What's going on? 50 Cent shares text from Lil Meech, who says his father linked up with Rick Ross. Fuck Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season start. What season, Lil? What? They just told me you unfollowed me on Instagram and now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket. When I brought him around first, when you didn't have a clue who he was, now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only shown you love and loyalty and human. I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. He can't say his name. I ain't gonna say his name. Oh, he said F. Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet shit is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. Fifth posted it and said, what season, Lil?
You thought you was special. You really thought you was special. Who told you was special? You thought you was special.
What season? Debo voice. What season? Fifth. This how you feeling? Fifth. This how you feeling, Fifth? This how you feeling? Damn. I sure hated for him. I sure hated for him. I say I sure hated for him. This ain't the, like I told y'all, Fifth is not the one to get into a sparring match on the internet, a match, any kind of match. Just stay out of Fifth way. Fifth, it's a few of us out there. You feel me? Cameron, Mace, these are what people you stay away from. He said, Lil Meech, Ross help my dad pay bills. I always been loyal to you. I don't understand this. 50 Cent.
Get the fuck out of here, little nigga.
Hey, shit with you. Look, listen, I ain't been on Twitter since Kafani got. You feel me? That's the last. I didn't know Twitter was like this. You feel me? So like, this is crazy.
Yo, man, I'm hearing already some people was pulling out of that concert. Yeah, on February 13th, that Big Meech was having. You heard? I know Little Baby ain't performing, right? Yeah, he said he ain't fucking with Gunna no more because Gunna a rat. I know he ain't performing that Big Meech shit. Yeah, 50 on the internet calling this nigga a rat. Talking about Tammy Cowan. This shit didn't grew some legs. Yeah, from when we was on the internet a few months ago talking about, yo, how Cuffy get indicted, how the Migo get indicted, and Meech ain't get indicted, blah, blah, blah. This shit done grew some legs since then. Yeah, because if Tammy then told 50 and... Yo, 50, let me narrate this shit, B.
Yo, 50, let me
narrate this.
Yo, 50, let me narrate this shit, B. Yo, Fit, look. The biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cohen. Her tell-all docu reveals the truth. Damn. You didn't keep it cool with the person you was telling on people with? That was not wise. That was not wise at all. You was supposed to keep it cool with the person who you feel me was getting down on people with. Fifth say you ain't keep it cool. So now there's a docu-series on the way, man. That's crazy. 50 Cent speaks and says BMF niggas were mad Lil Baby ain't break bread with them. Lil Baby was 5 when you got indicted. What the fuck he owe you? He also said Big Meech concert in Miami is for cops and informers. Earlier, 50 posted a picture of a rat with Meech's name on it. I think I'm Big Meech. Fifth, I'm telling you, different type of animal. Let's see what Ross had to say about this.
Nigga took a picture with Rick Ross. You like a hoe, nigga. Put your back against the wall and just slide down. Nigga took a picture with Rick Ross. You like a hoe, nigga.
This shit funny. These old niggas going at it. Bro, this shit funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. Who y'all got your bread on, though?
Is it true Big Meech did a third-party cooperation deal to receive a reduced sentence in his case by setting up a known kingpin from St. Louis named Cuffy? Well, that's the word on the street, so let's get into that. First off, for all y'all who don't know who Cuffy is, he is a known kingpin from St. Louis who did business with Big Meech for over 20 years since 1990. And according to him, he is the first person to ever put $1 million in cash in Big Meech's pockets. And as of today, he claims he was set up by Big Meech, which eventually led to him receiving a 27-year prison sentence. And he claims it all started to line up so he can receive a reduced sentence. And Cuffy also claims that the person who Big Meech was using to line up Fidel.
I'm Tamara Gatling. I'm making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Flannery, also known as Big Meech. My dad and Meech have been friends for 30 years plus. I've known Meech my whole life.
Now this story been out months ago. Like dude just said, this story been out months ago. This the daughter. She break down the whole paperwork, man. If you we ain't gonna get
Tammy
into that.
She's a day one nigga. You understand what I'm
call her, she'll straighten this out. So Tammy was Meech's power of attorney. Also, she owned the life rights. So my dad was working with Meech, Tammy, T, basically trying to work on a movie deal. So finally arrested my dad and we received the discovery. He knew exactly who CS1 was. And he told me and my mom that it was Tammy Cohen's. At that time, we really did not want to believe. We wanted to give Meech the benefit of the doubt. It was really, really hard to believe that Meech would set my dad up. It was almost unbelievable. So we were able to like reach out, get a message to Meech, and basically let him know that Tammy was an informant. We later received a message from him saying that it had to be a misunderstanding. Just call her, she'll straighten this out, so on, so on. And at this time, my dad was like, I'm not dumb. I'm not about to call an informant.
Sosa and myself, we all before all of that. You feel me?
Right.
Sosa is a day one nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And see, Meech, I'm the first nigga put $1 million in his pocket. He never seen that till he came to the loot. You feel me?
I heard
He
about
never
you,
seen
dog.
that.
I heard you was just an outstanding dude, man. Take care of your business, and your reputation in a good way preceded itself. So I understand now, based on from what we've dealt with and seen with this whole thing with Tammy, man. Speak on that for me if you can, because it's perplexing.
Well, what Meech and Tammy did is called it because you're not in the system. Thank God you're not. I hate to see brothers in this system. But brothers who are familiar with this system, this is a nasty, nasty system. What Meech and Tammy did was called a third-party cooperation. What happened was...
This call is from a federal prison.
Originally, I was put with Tammy. I paid for the script. I paid $250,000. That's my script. That's why 50 when he came in, because we put a assistant deceased order in through my attorney. That's why they couldn't do a motion picture. That's why you didn't see the BMF story on the big screen. So 50 ran it through that star shit that he run that other corny shit that he do. So what happened was, homie, I wasn't even the original target. They wanted to get a little Mexican. He's actually a cartel member out of L.A. named Suarez. You'll see his name in the paperwork, Fidel Suarez. He was their initial target. You feel me?
Right.
He was their initial target.
Now this the dude, Cuffy, the horse's mouth, you feel me, telling his own story. The fact that he was saying it grew legs, and this audio been out for quite some time, and nobody wanted to acknowledge that, he was a rat because it was Big Meech. But in today's time, this ratting stuff means nothing. Being a rat means nothing. You will still make millions. People will still party with you. People will still hang with you. People will still do crimes with you. That's just the times we're living in. And I can only imagine that in 2025, it's only going to get worse.
But with me calling in while they were trying to set up Fidel Suarez, she clicked over and told the agents who was listening to her and Suarez, hold on, this is Cuff. And when they heard the name Cuff, they went fucking crazy. And that's when her and Meech turned the scheme toward me. You feel me? So what it did was, this is what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to give Meech a time cut for her cooperation and set me up. But also, it kills two birds with one stone. It puts me in jail, and now they don't have to split any of the revenue with me. My buddy and my partner along with me, his name is Louis Burrell. That's MC Hammer's big brother.
That's who Tammy was coming out here to see.
That was me.
And I'm gonna tell you the year. That was 2015. No, that was like 14.
Way earlier than that. It started way earlier than that. Way earlier than that. Around 2010, homie. Way earlier than that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta go way back.
We put $50 million on the table through Lionsgate Films, through Louis Burrell's Connect. Because Louis is the nigga, he a bait nigga out there, but he fucks around. He really fucks around in the music tip, but he also fucks around in the movie industry up there. Now, what we did not know is why Tammy would turn down that deal with me and Louis Burrell getting 20% of that budget. You understand what I'm saying? For a finder's fee. So what ended up happening was we didn't know that they had other plans and that she was sleeping with the feds and that they would put me off in prison and run away with my script and don't have to give me anything. So it was supposed to give me a time cut and knock me out of my percentage, me and Louis Burrell out of our percentage for the finder's fee with Lionsgate's film. Well, Lionsgate, when Louis went, so they backdoored us. Lionsgate shot it down when Louis Burrell wasn't no longer a part of it. You feel me?
Right.
So Tammy's whole thing fell apart. Meech couldn't get a time cut because they found out Tammy has no credibility. Because when you can't have a relationship with a federal agent, now you have no credibility. So they thing blew up.
Damn. So her sleeping with the feds blew up the whole deal. So when they say, who did he snitch on if he did all this time? That's the only reason why he did all this time, because she was sleeping. He snitched third party. The person he was snitching through was sleeping with a fed. The feds found that out. Her credibility and all her evidence is inadmissible. Her credibility is shot and the evidence is inadmissible.
They thing fell all the way apart and blew up. That's why Meech didn't get a time cut. But Tammy testified in open court that she signed up to be a DA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
This call is from a federal prison.
Special Agent Keith Cromer testified that Demetrius Flannery knew about this whole thing, but he just wanted to keep his name out of the documents. The special agent told Flannery that he could not do that. He could only do that if Cuff don't go to trial. And with Cuff's record, he can't afford to go to trial. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
But in the midst of all of this, she ends up flipping on the special agent Keith Cromer, and the whole deal went in the trash. So that's why we're at the point to where we're at now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does your relationship go back with Meech, Cuff? How long have you known him? What you guys go
1990,
back?
1990, homie. 1990.
Damn, I was born in 1990.
My beautiful daughter that you talk with, my son, and my other daughter, they look at this nigga, call this nigga uncle, homie.
Now, from my understanding, you guys reached out to him when the paperwork came down. She said that you knew who the CI was, and you told her and her mom, and you guys sent a message to Meech. What was his response when this stuff came down and you were like, yo, bruh, what's going on? What did you get from Meech?
When I got locked up, homie, and when I seen where this whole conspiracy was coming from, I laughed at it and I didn't believe in it. And I knew that Meech could come forward and kill the whole conspiracy. Just saying that the conspiracy is based on Meech communicating from Tammy, sending me a truckload of drugs. It's all made up. From jail, homie. He could have killed this whole deal. They never had any drugs. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how conspiracy works in this system, in this nasty system. But when Meech shot down the offer, when we sent my attorneys out, he was at FCI Lompoc in California. And he responded back to my attorneys that he didn't want to have nothing to do with nothing. And he stopped communicating with them. So then that told my attorneys right there that Demetrius Flannery is a part of this whole deal. And I couldn't believe it. You feel me? So that's what his response was, that he don't know nothing about all this. Well, Demetrius Flannery has been locked up since 2005, and how are you my unindicted, he's listed in my paperwork, homie, as my unindicted co-conspirator serving 30 years at FCI Lompoc in California. How are you in my paperwork, man? And how are you this famous drug dealer who's in magazines and books and movies, and you are in bed with a government informant that testified in court that she cooperated and set your nigga up, a 30-year partner, to give you a time cut? How are you this celebrity drug lord, but you in bed with a government informant? And how you not know about this? And you in my documents is my co-defendant, my unindicted co-defendant.
Yeah, but y'all know how this go, man. Hey, man, say, man. You already know what I'm gonna say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Damone Jr. kicking in the Player Circle podcast, where we don't try to fit a square into a circle, man. And hey, you already know, man, and we be back with another one when we got another one, and I'm out.
Yeah, okay. New Player Circle. So, get low. Yeah.